Trust Once Lost. Chapter 4, Part 2.
Look, I'm sorry.
I try to put on a more serious tone with my tiny, high-pitched voice.
I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble, but... well, I made a mistake.
It's okay.
She reassured.
I'm not angry with you. Just tell me what happened.
I was worried you wouldn't be able to find me.
I explained.
So, I was trying to get to higher ground to find a view where I could see some landmarks. I stayed by the river in case you did find me, but I kinda broke my leg.
The expression of shock concerned on Wuna's face was absolutely devastating.
No, wait, don't worry.
I rushed out.
It's not life-threatening or anything, it's a simple fracture. Nothing broke the skin. It feels like both bones in the foreleg fractured transversely. I could be wrong though. It's really lucky actually. With a crush injury like that, I was expecting multiple fractures. I'll be fine, just try to get here soon, okay?
I gave a pained smile and tactfully didn't mention the part where I thought I would bleed out. My reassurances seemed to have the opposite effect of the intended effect.
Thou hast received injuries like these before?
She asked in shock.
Well, once.
I started.
Well, I mean, I can't remember if it's happened to me.
Wuna leaned forward and hugged me, and I hugged her back. Her grip trembled with emotion.
Please,
She implored.
please trust us. We know not who has caused you such fear, but you must believe us when we say there is nothing you could tell us that would make us abandon thee.
I sighed.
Look, I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
There was an earthquake in the dream realm.
What's going on?
I asked urgently. Luna's mask of non-expression had returned, and it looked adorably out of place on little Luna's body.
Something is happening in the real world. You're waking up.
She informed.
Have faith, my little pony. We will find you.
As I was dragged helplessly from the soothing land of dreams to the pain-addled, semi-lucid hellscape that was the closest approximation of awake I could manage at the moment, I just wanted to cry at the unfairness of it all. So I did. 3 Timberwolves were circling around me. You know what? I give up. If the world wanted me to die that badly, then so be it. I was too tired to fight, too tired to even open my eyes fully. Death would be a relief at this point.
Is she dead?
Squeaked one of the Timberwolves.
Of course not.
Replied another.
She's still breathing, but she's hurt bad.
If Timberwolves could talk, then maybe they could be reasoned with.
Please don't hurt me. I don't want to die.
My thoughts were muddled, and I hissed in pain as my leg throbbed. The swelling had increased. It hurt to move the joint. It hurt when air blew over the swollen mass. The Timberwolves had backed off for the moment and were whispering amongst themselves. Alright, while they were distracted, now was my chance. I had to escape. I tried to crawl, but gave up almost immediately when my injured leg dragged along the ground. It was all I could do to stifle the scream of agony. Taking a couple of deep breaths, I managed to stand on 3 hooves. My injured leg curled against my barrel. I had barely started hobbling away when the strangely colorful Timberwolves were upon me again.
Hey, wait!
The blurry orange Timberwolf called out to me in a raspy voice.
We're not gonna hurt you. We came to rescue you. It's true.
The blurry white Timberwolf added.
We snuck out to join the search so we can get our cutie marks in search and rescue. Impossible!
I spat.
Timberwolves don't get cutie marks.
The Timberwolves froze in place, stunned by my flawless logic. I kept hobbling away from them, but it wasn't long before they had surrounded me again. They were just too fast for me.
Hey, Lost Philly, whatever your name is.
The yellow one spoke now.
No offense, but you're not blind or nothing, are you?
It took me a moment to process that.
What?
I answered.
No, why?
The orange one did some kind of acrobatic flip and landed in front of me, grabbing my muzzle between her strangely hard paws. I cracked my eyes open, and now it was my turn to freeze in shock. Scootaloo was working with the Timberwolves.
Wait. Oh.
I would have face-hooved if my only working foreleg wasn't required for me to stand. I felt faint and sat back on my haunches. I took more deep breaths and tried to clear my mind a bit. The pain in my leg was impossible to ignore.
I'm sorry, I thought you all were Timberwolves.
I was so tired my words were coming out slurred.
I'm just not exactly thinking straight, you know? I didn't mean to say that you weren't gonna hit your cutie marks, that's just mean. That's okay.
Sweetie Belle said, uncertainly, glancing at the other two Crusaders.
In fact, I know y'all get your marks.
I slurred. Everything was kinda spinny and dizzying.
What season are we in now? Spring?
Applebloom offered.
How long have you been out here to forget what season it is? No, not that kind of season. Look, season 5, you all get your cutie marks.
I winked conspiratorially.
But keep that a secret, okay? I've already said too much.
I didn't have the coordination with this body's facial muscles to wink, so it was more of a conspiratorial blink.
Okay, then.
Scootaloo snarked, circling a hoof around her ear in the universal "this pony is crazy" gesture.
Hey, that's not nice!
Applebloom clipped her in the back of the head with a hoof. Scootaloo turned on her angrily.
Hey! Girls!
Sweetie yelled, drawing their attention away from their spat.
We need to get back! It's gonna get dark soon. Alright, Crusaders!
Applebloom called out.
In the Fearless Gods, they told us if some pony gets injured, that one pony stays with them, and the other two go to get help. Hey, I'm not crippled, you know!
I interjected. They all looked at my broken leg.
That doesn't count! I still have 3 perfectly good legs!
I argued.
No, which way is Ponyville?
The Crusaders looked at me uncertainly.
What?
I asked, offended. Once I had my mind set on a goal, it was as simple as putting one hoof ahead of the other. I could ignore pain, I could ignore everything and just focus on the task. I couldn't give up, not when I told them I could do it, otherwise I'd be weak and pathetic. It became kind of a trance. I honestly don't remember much of it. I think they were talking about me, but I didn't have the energy to listen. I stumbled a few times, but managed to get back up. At one point, they might have tried carrying me, but if they did, I managed to push them off. It wasn't until we broke the tree line that I stumbled and fell, and couldn't make myself get up again. I tried, but I was dizzy and my muscles were so weak.
You kids go on ahead.
I instructed.
I'll catch up. I just need to catch my breath.
I closed my eyes for a moment, and when I opened them, the Crusaders had a card and I was in no fit state to argue and they forcibly loaded me into it. I regained consciousness briefly when someone twisted my broken leg. But I couldn't manage more than a whimper. The pony responsible was wearing surgical scrubs and looked appropriately apologetic. But I can't remember anything after that. Probably from the anesthetic side effects. When I awoke, I was in a bed, and there were Technicolor ponies surrounding me. I felt disconnected, like I was viewing things from behind my own eyes. I was shivering, but I didn't feel cold, I just felt numb and floaty. "Are you alright?" asked one of the ponies. "Do you have any pain?" I heard the question, but it didn't really sink in. Instead, I just said what was on my mind.
How did I get here?
I managed to ask through chattering teeth. The shivers in my body were getting worse. I drifted off for a second, and suddenly ponies were packing heated blankets around my body. The warmth felt amazing, and I started to drift off again when one of the ponies spoke. "Don't worry, you're safe here," he said in a practiced, reassuring tone. "What you're feeling is a normal reaction to the anesthetic. Just rest now. Let us know if you're in pain or if you feel like you're going to throw up." I smiled dopily. It was funny to be on the other side of this for once.
Wait, no.
There was something important I was forgetting.
I know where I am. It's just... how did I get here? You know?
I asked again.
It doesn't make any sense.
You were in the forest. You broke your foreleg and were brought here to Ponyville General so we could fix it. The pony explained.
No!
I was exasperated now.
Not like here, like here. You know? One moment this guy tells me he's going to make me a mare, and the next I'm in a forest. Do I look like a mare to you? Nah, I'm just a little filly. So what's he playing at?
The horrified expressions of the ponies were confusing to me.
Did I say something wrong?
I asked groggily.
It probably wasn't important.
I slipped back into the tempting embrace of sleep. Did they think that some old dude tried to... You know what, never mind. I do love the meta with a main character knowing what happens in the future since this is from the past. But anywho, let's get on to our sweet donators. Top donators are 630, Only One Thing, Ceru, Orion, and IronSky. Darkside, Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Pastel Skies, Austin, Rolan, Stu Hex, Swordbrother, Mordred, Omicron, Lyrae, Will, Chris, Twinkie, Ridesoul, Battleswaffle, Shadow Moon, Luigi88, Chancellor Crust, Big Smoke 369, Bobcat GJF, and many more amazing people. Thank you all so much for watching this video and live life to the fullest.